Hey everybody, guess what? We are back. This is African Frame Podcast. I'm not alone. I'm with Rob Sibeko, a writer, a director, a wall builder. He has books out. One of them is called Jin's War. Do check out those books in the link. I'll send the link in the description below. So we're going to be doing something new. We're going to be talking about films that are going to be released in the year of 2025. Unfortunately, one of these movies has already been released in the US, and I'm sure it's been released in other countries as well. But it has not been released in South Africa as yet, so we're going to mention it because we are South Africans. So the movie is called Cellar Door. But anyway, let's keep this going. So Rob, I have my list over here. I hope you have yours. Let's just inform people what these movies are going to be about and if we're excited that they're going to be coming out in theaters or not, and just give basically our 2 cents about these movies that are coming out. So the first one is Cellar Door. This is by Lionsgate, and the first trailer was released 2 months ago, in November the 10th, and on the YouTube channel, it had 497,000 views already. The film stars who's this lady? Jordana Brewster. This is Mia from the Fast and Furious franchise, and it also has Lawrence Fishburne. It seems like it's a thriller suspense type of movie. So it looks quite interesting. Looks a bit bloody as well. So it doesn't look bad at all. What do you think?
Bloody is a bit strong. I wouldn't have said that per se. I think it's going to be a decent thriller, but definitely. I think it has some interesting escalations to it, definitely. The trailer, in my opinion, was a bit long. Like, I felt like, okay, you guys are over-explaining right now. I feel like this has to be half the movie at least. But I think, yeah.
Right. Is that a red flag for you if the trailer is too long? Do you think that they're trying too hard to sell the movie?
Well, yeah. It's not even that it's too long. It's that sometimes a trailer can have too many beats. They have too many movies where you're like, okay, so they come in, cool, they get off at the house, they enter the house, they start living normally, they start asking, they tell everyone about the cellar door, which piques their interest, and they start doing research. Research proves that there's something terribly wrong going on. They're making more to this than possible. As they try to pry at this, something clearly comes at them. They freak out even more. It accumulates. And then next thing I know, you find out that, okay, things reach a head. That's most of the beats that are shown in that trailer right there. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's too many.
You know, this reminds me of a movie that came out a few years ago with Michael Ealy, Megan Good, and Dennis Quaid. I don't know if you remember that movie where he was selling his house to this young couple.
Mm-hmm.
I think even Joseph Sikora was in that movie. So this whole thing of new couples getting a house, and there's some old man that has like a dark secret in the house, or there's something mysterious about the old man. I feel like it's being overused. Like, we've seen this before.
Yeah.
So I'm not even sure if this will spike a lot of people's interests or not. I mean, Jordana Brewster, is she really a draw? Look, I've seen some of her movies before. I've seen some of her work before. She was in a movie called Annapolis with James Franco and Tyrese. It's about the Navy. And James Franco and Tyrese actually start boxing at the end of the film. Great movie. I highly recommend anyone to watch that. She was also in Dallas, the series, when they were doing a revival of the show. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. So, I mean, she has the look, she can act, but I just don't know if this is the right project for her. I don't usually see her as an action actress, you know. I usually see her as like either a damsel in distress or a dramatic actor, but I don't really see her being the one that's doing the kicking and the punching and all of that. I mean, you do see her in the Fast and Furious a bit, but you know, not sure.
That's not what this movie is, though, at all. I mean, this is clearly going to be a suspense thing where, like, there's going to be like a long build up, a slow build up. It'll be mostly dramatic stuff. So I feel like she'll be safe there.
But didn't you see the shot with with her like holding a knife or something, and it seems like she's
Yeah,
saving this guy, the
the last
boyfriend,
5
from certain
minutes.
things.
That'll be the last 5 minutes of the movie. 90% of the movie will be not that.
Okay.
So the question is, will she have enough prowess to buy our attention where it doesn't matter if she's a good actor anymore after that? Because you'll care too much. And that's storytelling
Right.
number one. You know what I mean? Can she convince you in the early scenes to buy what's happening later on? And honestly, I don't think she's the front character in this. I think Scott Speedman might be the bigger deal. Of course, he's known for well, a mix of things. Underworld, of course, being one of them. But I know he's done more things.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy is the one. That's where I know him from. Yes, the Grey's Anatomy actor. So I feel like that'll be I think he'll end up being the bigger draw in my opinion. But also
more than Jordana Brewster.
Yes, absolutely. Like Grey's Anatomy is bigger than Dallas remake. You can argue Fast and the Furious is bigger, but come on, who thought to themselves, Fast and the Furious 5, Jordana Brewster? No one did. You know what I mean? She's in the first movie.
No, I mean
as a love interest.
Personally, I like the character. I like her character a lot. I just don't see her as like an action star, a lead action actress. I just don't see that happen.
That's fine. Like, this is an action movie, but yeah, I just
right.
So technically, what you're saying, this should be the best opportunity for her, but it's already got 50% on IMDb. It's already got 24% on Rotten Tomatoes. Honestly, I think this is not going to be good. I think it's going to be boring.
Yeah, because the ratings are not that good already, and like it was said, it already came out on the 10th of November, right, in America. Yes. So, but hey, maybe we're a different crowd. Maybe we might have different perspective. I don't know.
I doubt it, but I do like Morgan Freeman, Lawrence Fishburne. There seems to be a lot of
right.
cast. They seem like this man. Him and dog. He looks perfect for this movie. He looks all peaceful and he's like setting them up on this thing. To me, he looked the most interesting character. He's just such a good actor. So he does. Yes. He's even on his
but he's usually typecast, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's usually typecast as this smart, sometimes bourgeoisie type of man. You know, I would see him like as a new generation of James L. Jones type of characters that he normally plays, you know, because you have the James L. Joneses and the Morgan Freemans of this world. Then you have the Lawrence Fishburnes of this world. You know what I mean?
Well, I think, yeah.
Okay. Chances, like the chances of you seeing Lawrence Fishburne as a hardcore hood guy are slim to none. Well, even in the hood, he's that smart dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even in the hood, like Boys in the Hood, he was that smart guy who had stress balls and was giving people advice about gentrification and telling them about politics and stuff. It's the type of character that he is, or he's a professor or something. You know, Killer in the D is the smart guy.
I think you get where he started. He started as a hood nigga. He started as a gangster. His early stuff was like undercover cop type stuff. His stuff was like I think the movie that broke him out was actually called Hoodlum, if I remember correctly. But he's mixed things up quite nicely.
Well, Hoodlum was like a 90s, 20s type of movie, wasn't it? Like those kind of like olden days. Like I mean, Lawrence Fishburne has been acting since he was a child. He's a child actor. He was a child actor. There's a movie where he witnessed a murder as a kid. I don't know if you're familiar with that movie, but he's been acting since he was a kid. So I get what you mean. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. The big one being, of course, gosh, no.
Okay. Sorry, I feel like I cut you off. Were you saying something?
I was saying the big one being Apocalypse Now. But yeah. Yeah, I feel like, and of course, the one way that really took my breath away was was how fun he was having with Predators. That was a fantastic one for him. He can mix it up, and let's not forget about Blackish. He really can mix it up.
Yeah, no, he killed that role in Blackish, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Great
for
job.
Sure. He can be extremely funny, bro.
Yes.
If he wants to, yeah. No, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, and he's filling this up kind of perfectly, in my opinion. I think his mystery, his intrigue, he's just such a good actor. But yeah, anyway, yeah, he's definitely going to be the best part.
No, for sure. All right. So, guys, that is Cellar Door. As we've mentioned before, it is a Lionsgate film. It had 497,000 views in 2 months on YouTube, and it was released on November the 10th, but we're going to be getting it next month in South Africa. So do check it out at your nearest theaters and give us your thoughts on the overall film. All right, cool. So the next one that we have is Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. I have a confession to make. I haven't seen the first Den of Thieves, but I hope to watch it this week still. Anyway, this movie stars Gerard Butler, and it stars, I think it's O'Shea Jackson Jr. This is Ice Cube's son.
Yes.
And this is also a Lionsgate movie. It had plus 16 million views in 3 weeks on the Lionsgate YouTube video. And it's going to be released on January the 10th. So what I gather from the trailer is Jared Butler is a police officer, and O'Shea is a thief of sorts. And it seems like now this time around, Jared Butler wants to join O'Shea Jackson Jr. on his next heist. And it looks very action-packed. It seems like a really good one. Yeah, it literally does look interesting. I don't want to lie. And it looks like they have good chemistry. I don't know if it's because it's a sequel. Maybe they got much of that chemistry in the first one, but it looks really good. I don't know what your thoughts are.
All right, cool. I think it looks very good as well. I think some of the action looks good. Some of the comedy is corny, but what can you do? But definitely the actual action itself, the build-up, and I agree the chemistry between the two is actually pretty fun. I like the idea of Gerard Butler being this done. It's like a guy who's decided, you know what, I want to be a bad guy too. I'll be interested to know if it turns out he's an undercover cop, trying to catch him from the inside. That'll be interesting to know. So that's what got my attention. Like, oh, is he really a bad guy? Is he not a bad guy? That's a cool question to leave hanging. Even though one could argue they never even really tested it in the trailer, but that's fine. I think it can be its own question. So I enjoyed that.
I thought you watched the first one. You haven't seen the first one?
Not at all, which is fascinating.
I think so. We're on the same page.
Yeah, I think though, missed opportunity by us in terms of not watching it, but I still think this trailer looked good. I mean, the fact that we haven't watched it and we are both interested in the trailer is itself its own compliment. So definitely,
right.
1 hour, almost a 2 hour movie though. That's a bit surprising. I guess nowadays, that's a normal thing, I guess. Yeah, that's all I got. Definitely positive vibes from it.
I know. I get the feeling that this is the kind of movie that's going to go straight to streaming very early. Probably after like 2 months or so, it's going to go straight to streaming. That's the impression that I get. And it uses a lot of warm colors, which is good. A lot of action movies that use warm colors usually do really well at the box office for some reason. And I guess you could say that the season permits in South Africa because it's still hot weather. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. And people like Gerard Butler. Ever since 300, they've been interested in him. O'Shea Jackson, since Straight Outta Compton, has been doing some great projects. I don't think he has done a dud yet. I could be mistaken about that, but he's a really good actor.
The question is, can he carry that weight? And honestly, I don't think he can. I mean, I'm a bit sad that you said straight to streaming. I was like, wow, that's more negative than my opinion. But at the same time, I don't know if he can carry the weight of being a star. But I think he'll have to prove himself. And hopefully not be the black humor. That's what I'm scared of. That little boat, the joke at the boat, I was like, please don't be the black humor. Please don't be the black humor. But we'll have to see.
Yeah. All right, guys. So Den of Thieves 2 Pantera is coming out on the 10th of January at your nearest theaters. Do check it out. Give us your thoughts on it. As I've said before, this is a Lionsgate film. It has 6 million plus views on YouTube. That's the trailer, by the way, and that came out 3 weeks ago. So do check it out. Give us your thoughts. Give your comments on give your comments down below, and yeah, let us know. All right, so the next one is A Complete Unknown. Now this one is by Searchlight Pictures, and it has 6.9 million views in 2 months, right? It is directed by James Mangold. James Mangold is the guy that directed the Wolverine and Logan, I believe. And it has Timothy Chalamet as the main protagonist. He plays Bob Dylan. So it's a Bob Dylan biopic. And it has Edward Norton of American History X fame. He also did The Incredible Hulk, and to name a few movies. And it also has Ellen Fanning, and it comes out this Christmas actually. So in a couple of days it will be coming out.
I've got mixed feelings.
So what do you think?
I was gonna say I've got mixed feelings on James Mangold, in my opinion, because he did that terrible Indiana Jones one. I mean, he's got
That's the one with the aliens and the fridge, right?
No, the recent one, Dial of Just Destiny.
Oh, the recent.
And
oh, yeah.
Of course, he also did the Wolverine, but at the same time, yeah, like you said, Logan was a fantastic movie. Night and Day was not a fantastic movie. To me,
is that the one with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz?
Yes. Diaz, yes.
That was a horrible movie. That was a horrible movie.
Yeah, so his man is all over the place. Like, he's got big hits and he's got some mediocre lows, in my opinion. And I'm just like, oh, I'm tired of. I mean, Walk the Line, I enjoyed that movie, but I'm kind of tired of these biopics. And to me, this looks like it's going to be. I think Timothy Chalamet is overrated. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he's paying.
Yeah, I think so too. I really don't see anything remarkable about that actor whatsoever.
Dog.
I really don't see what the thing is about him. I don't feel him at all.
Yeah, and to me, this feels like
he has the looks.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
Don't get me wrong. He has the looks.
Yes, definitely, that's true. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if he approached James Mangold first and said, "Yo, man, I want to make this movie. I look like James Dillon. I can make this happen." Because, like, I feel like this didn't make me tingle in a good way. So I don't know. I've got no hope for this movie, in my opinion. I think it'll be all right, but it just didn't pull me in.
And this is, I mean, Bob Dylan is big in America, is he not? Yeah, I know Steve Jobs used to like quote him a lot. I think even when they were revealing the Macintosh in 1984, he quoted Bob Dylan, if I'm not mistaken. So there is something there. I don't know anything about Bob Dylan. I don't know his music, but I do know he's a big guy. He's like huge in America.
Yeah.
So perhaps.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's got a unique voice. His music is fantastic, and it's very revolutionary type music. Almost like what's it? Paul Lennon, the Beatle guy, like in terms of like
John Lennon,
John Lennon, yeah, in terms of like positive vibes, revolutionary type music, in my opinion. Like the times are changing. I think that's Bob Dylan as well. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know the times are changing.
No, I don't. But it seems like the title of the movie is based on a song that he did, A Complete Unknown.
See, that's the funny part is I don't even know that song. But at the same time, yeah, it appears to be, yeah. But good for, I mean, it's another biopic. I've watched too many, in my opinion. I'm biopicked out. So, yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, and some of these biopics, I think they're just cash grabs at this point.
Yeah.
We do know that some of these people that they're basing these biopics about are brands at this point.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why sometimes you can have a biopic about one person, like you can have like 3 or 4 biopics about one person.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs. There's like how many now? You know what I mean? I think there's 2 already, if I'm not mistaken. There's probably even more.
Sure.
So
there's at least 3. But yeah, Ashton Kutcher one, the Michael Fassbender one, and I think I heard about a TV series or something. But yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know if there were already Bob Dylan portrayals in the past, even if it's not a complete film, but maybe cameos, other actors portraying him. I have no idea. But like I said, I have no idea about this man. Maybe I might learn a lot from about him if I do watch this movie. So
Yeah.
is this a movie that I could flock to the theaters to watch?
Hell no.
Probably, probably, just to, because I love history. I love history. So and I think I might go watch it. I don't know about you.
Nope.
Do you prefer streaming it or do you prefer watching it at the theaters?
Probably wouldn't watch it if it was free. I don't know. I probably wouldn't watch it at all.
Oh, okay.
Not
All right.
that's not interested.
Is there anything else that you want to say before we get to the next one?
Yeah, that's all I got for this, man.
All right, guys. So A Complete Unknown by Searchlight Pictures. As I've mentioned before, this has 6.9 million views. And this was like 2 months ago already. This stars Timothy Chalamet, Edward Norton, and Elle Fanning. Comes out this Christmas, and it was directed by James Mangold. So if you have some extra cash on you, you can go check it out in the theaters if you like. And then you can come back to us, give us your thoughts in the comments down below. And cool. So on the next one, we are going to be talking about Wolfman. This is a Universal Pictures film. It had 12 million views already, and it's coming out on January the 17th. This one is a horror film. Looks quite interesting. I know none of the cast right over there. I have no idea who anybody there is, but it does look interesting. Doesn't look original whatsoever because we have a lot of influx of werewolves and vampires over the past 2 decades or so, with Underworld and Blade and Twilight and all of that. But perhaps this might spike some people's interest, those who are still interested in horror and monster films. I'm not one of them, to be honest, but I would still watch it just to see what it's about, though. Or
Okay.
how about you?
Okay, cool. I actually think there's a reason to be excited about this trailer. At the same time, I do kind of agree with the whole. Let me put it like this: it's a challenge for him to make this a good movie, because I think this thing of we got locked in with the creature that's chasing us basically is interesting. I don't know how you hold that for 90 minutes, so that'll be the question to be asked. But I'm looking at the director right now, Leigh Whannell. He's an actor first, and he's done a lot of horror movies. He's done Saw, Insidious, all these other things. But he's also directed Insidious Chapter 3. And apparently he directed the fantastic film Upgrade. Don't know if you ever saw it. Flippin' great.
No.
Depressing sci-fi.
What is it about?
Basically, this guy gets like injured, and then they put something in his head to like help him out, like an AI. And then the AI basically, and then before he knows it, he's in trouble, and the AI has to help him out. But it turns out there's more to this than meets the eye. And the AI, the AI can take control of his body, and when it does, he turns into like a martial arts master, and he just murders the hell out of people. And yeah, it's a fantastic movie, and of course the thriller, The Invisible Man, is also really good, genuinely surprising.
Right. Right. I saw the trailer of The Invisible Man. That looks amazing.
Yeah.
Is that based on the book?
It should be, I think. Well, no, it's a twist. It's a twist on the book, because what happens was that one's about in this movie, basically the idea is that it's about an abusive husband, basically. So it's not it's not even about building an invisibility suit. So this guy turns into a bit of a prick. He's an abusive husband. The wife runs away. And then next thing we find out, the husband committed suicide after building an invisibility suit. And then as she's running away, weird things keep happening to her. And we kind of realize, okay, maybe the husband's not dead. And he did
so effect his death type of thing.
Yeah. And now he's using this invisibility suit to like come and get her, basically, to mess with her, to destroy her life, basically. And it's fascinating stuff. Yeah. So in terms of this movie appears to be in good hands, but also the main actress, so funny. I thought she was the daughter. I think I even wrote that in the comment section of the trailer, because let me just get the wife's name for a sec. Give me 1 second.
She does look a lot younger than the guy.
Dog, she looks young. Julia Garner is fantastic. Apparently, she might be the next Silver Surfer. I don't know if that's been confirmed yet. But anyway, great actor in the TV series Ozark. One of the best actors. Like, she's undervalued of how talented she is. So she can put a performance, and I think she seems to be doing okay in this trailer.
Yeah.
Don't know about the other chick, but this one doing great. And also, isn't this a Blumhouse baby? I think I saw the word Blumhouse at some point.
Is it?
Yeah.
I must have missed that. But the daughter does seem familiar, though. She kind of looks like the girl from Game of Thrones, the princess from Game of Thrones. But obviously, that's not her.
Matilda first. No, that she'd be grown up by now if it was her.
Yeah.
But
yeah, for sure.
Apparently done some other stuff that I've never even heard of. So, but yeah. So not the thing. But the wife holding the fort, basically, I liked how they limited what you saw in the trailer. I mean, first I thought that one chick with the door was dumb, but whatever. I did like when they smashed the window, because like you turn the thing and then he's there. That was pretty cool, classic horror.
But someone made a comment about that. It's like I like how the wolf is waiting for her to actually use the wipers first before he
it's very polite.
Before he does anything.
Very polite. My favorite kind.
Very patient man.
Yeah. I think I'm an out of control.
It's kind of like how villains. It's kind of like how villains wait for the main character to transform before they fight.
Yes. Or where heroes wait for the villain to finish his speech first.
Exactly.
You caught me monologuing. One of my favorite lines in a film from Incredibles.
Right.
You've seen Incredibles.
Yes, I have. Yes, I
have. One of my favorite lines. You caught me monologuing. But yeah. So I think I'm not a horror fan, but I do think this is going to be peak horror for 2025. If I had to guess, I would guess this would be in a lot of people's most anticipated horror films. I like the fact that Julia Garner is doing well for herself. I really like her, and I really want to support her stuff. I think she's a really good actor, and I hope she doesn't get stuck in nonsense.
I think you're right. I mean, if she does well in this one, she'll probably get more gigs, and I just hope that she doesn't get typecast. Because if you said that she was in Ozark already, Ozark is not a horror. It's just a really good series.
But
so
also,
I just hope.
Yeah. No, you can.
I just hope that she continues to choose her projects wisely, because it seems like she doesn't just take any project from what I've seen. From what I see, yeah.
But the problem with that is, we'll see what she does with the Silver Surfer thing, because I think what's probably going to happen is a Brie Larson is going to happen, you know what I mean? Where they get an Oscar winner acting, and you can act, and then out of nowhere, you just look bored in your movies, and it's like, are you falling this in? Do you know what I mean?
Right. It's like you are, as long as you don't do stoic characters, you should be fine.
Yeah. And anyways, you can also phone it in. You can also, not phone it in, you can also do well without doing well. If you understand what I'm saying. Like, you can be like, oh, that was a good performance, and then the whole movie fails. So that's another
right.
That's another question.
Right.
And also, you don't want to be the Tyrese in Fast and the Furious. Do you know what I mean? You want to kind of carry your own weight, like almost like, I wouldn't mind if she had like a Gamora type. What's her name? Zoe Saldana type vibe. I don't think she can do action, like some kind of like Zoe Saldana type growth.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but it took Zoe Saldana a long time for her to be where she is.
Oh yeah, but there's a lot of stuff though. Like, there was a lot of good stuff. Like, not just it didn't make money, but rather fans appreciate it. Like, it's like, think about
no, I hear you.
Yeah.
I don't think Zoe Saldana has ever sucked in anything.
Yeah.
That's true. You're absolutely right about that.
It's not just about sucking. It's about, like, you watch WWE, right? Or not currently, but you've watched it.
Not currently, when I was growing up, sure.
You get people like Shawn Michaels, and you get some people like RVD, who's like a good wrestler, but he just never locked on.
Yeah.
Never became Shawn Michaels. He never became the Hardy Boys. Just didn't stick. So you can be good, but it's not enough. You need to stick. And I think she has a potential to stick.
No, I get you.
I think that she can win the fans over, but we'll have to see. Yeah.
I get you. Is there anything else you want to say before we shut it down?
I'm good.
All right, guys. So Wolfman, as we've mentioned, is a Universal Pictures film. It has 2 million views and is coming out on the 17th of January. If you have some coins left on you in January, just go to the theaters, check it out, come back to us, and give us your thoughts in the comments down below. Anyway, this is African Frame. This is Mr. Extrodin over here with my co-host Rob Sibeko, and we're just giving you guys our thoughts on the upcoming movies of 2025. We will be giving you another list on the next episode, so we'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.